Well, what I tell you, I believe that's what we call a slam dunk. So it's been about 5 days since the Breath of the Wild video came out, and this video is basically one of the best performing videos this year, aside from the baby announcement video, which, of course, when you label it addressing the allegations, all of the fans and all of the haters are gonna click and be like, oh, what's happened now? Just to give a little bit of context as to how well this video is performing, and remind you, it's only been 5 days. This is kind of the graph of what an average mr-agame video would kind of be like. This is kind of the stuff I've been doing this year, the variety stuff, trying out new games. In about 5 days, that would normally get around 6,000 to 9,000 views. Whereas the Breath of the Wild video, we've hit 35,000 views and it's been 5 days. It gained 100 subscribers as well, which is pretty crazy. When it comes to watch hours as well, it's still destroying everything. And it's also making, you know, $200 for 5 days. That's pretty decent. I wasn't planning on doing another video in between, but this just happened to drop at the perfect time, and I thought I may as well do it because, you know, Breath of the Wild. This 3DS demake video is also flying, and it's only been like 1.5 days, and it's hit 20,000 views. That's the kind of pull power that just Breath of the Wild has on my channel. I think it's also very important to take notice of the massive thing in bold at the top. More subscribers are choosing to watch it, helping to increase its reach on YouTube recommendations. I think that alone is a massive part of YouTube, and I think it's something that this channel really doesn't do very well. And I've been kind of racking my brain for the past 2 years, I guess, and like quietly grieving over the past week or so, trying to think about why people subscribe and the watch habits that go into subscribing to a channel and watching the stuff that they pump out. And I do want to stress with this video that I'm not pointing the finger at subscribers at all, because this is the way YouTube is designed. And if I look at my watch habits, then I also do the exact same stuff. What I'm trying to do here is kind of explain as a creator the problems that I go through, and I guess get to a point where you guys kind of understand where I'm coming from when it comes to this kind of frustrations and what I can do to help fix it. I guess the big question is, why have people subscribed to this channel? And a lot of it comes from that big boom in like 2018 to 2021, where we had a global pandemic, everyone was at home in lockdown and they were looking for stuff to watch. They find their comfort channel of Breath of the Wild and Mario Maker or whatever I was doing there, but the stuff that was doing well at the time was Breath of the Wild. Just imagine you're watching YouTube, you find a playthrough of Breath of the Wild Master Mode that you like.
Interesting.
You enjoy the video because it's got good editing and it's pretty funny, the guy makes you laugh, and you click on it and you subscribe, and then from there you're expecting more of that. If it's not the stuff that you have clicked on to subscribe to, then you are most probably less likely to watch, unless that person is so funny and so endearing that you just want to watch whatever they post. And for me, over this past week, I have been grappling and wrestling with that thought that, hey, actually, you know what? I am only just one piece of this channel. And it is a bitter pill to swallow because I have made this channel designed to be around me. But the reason that people have subscribed for this channel is not that. A lot of people have subscribed to this channel because they have found Breath of the Wild and they enjoy Breath of the Wild. But when it comes to subscribers, they've subscribed for Breath of the Wild. And that's not the only case there. Breath of the Wild was not the most popular game on this channel in the early days. Splatoon was massive, Mario Maker was massive. A lot of those subscribers have probably upped and left because they weren't getting the stuff they wanted. And so what do? They stop watching. Like, if you look at this channel's most popular videos, all of them are Breath of the Wild related. Here's the first video that is not Breath of the Wild related. It is Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, and then you've got the worst troll level ever on Super Mario Maker. Let's see how far it is to the top. It's actually not that bad. Look at this. Look at this. It's all just Breath of the Wild. Of course. Like, if I do a Breath of the Wild video, of course it's gonna do well. I think it's also very important to note the time that has happened since people have done that massive subscriber boom 4 to 5 years ago. I know a lot of people have subscribed when they were a lot younger and Let's Plays were all the rage. Nowadays, Let's Plays are not all the rage, and so this style of content that I've done is very nostalgic, I guess, and when people kind of grow up from that, they move on. And so let's go to this big bold thing at the top again. More subscribers are choosing to watch it, helping to increase its reach on YouTube recommendations. So we've got my massive subscriber base who mostly have subscribed for Breath of the Wild. Of course it's going to do well if I do Breath of the Wild content. And if it's not the stuff they want to watch, let's say for example, this past year where I've tried to branch out and do other stuff, it's already automatically going to be at a severe disadvantage because my subscribers are not watching it and it's not getting an increased reach on YouTube recommendations because the people who have subscribed for the stuff on this channel are not getting the stuff that they want, and so they're not watching it, and so it limits its reach. And so the big question I'm asking is, how do you fix that? And I wish I had an answer, but I honestly don't. At the end of the day, this job is my livelihood, and I can try and say with all the authority that I can muster that I want to move on from Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. And if you look back on the comments of that video that happened last year when I said I wanted to do that, there were hundreds of comments, you know, most of them very positive, saying, hey, mr-agame, yeah, we're all for it, we want to move on. But that pales in comparison to the hundreds of thousands of people who watch me for Breath of the Wild, who never comment, who never partake in any discussion. They're there just to watch Breath of the Wild, and that's it. And so if I can be real with you guys, like, this has been really hard, like emotionally, mentally, physically draining on me because I'm trying to work so hard to get other videos to do so well on this channel, and time after 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 time, they bomb. My biggest surprise this year was maybe thinking that another Zelda game would do well on this channel because you guys subscribe for Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, so maybe something like A Link Between Worlds would do well. First it did really well, and then all of a sudden the views just tanked. What do you do when even like the franchise that you're known for doesn't seem to do well? It's only the 1 or 2 games in that franchise that seem to have any traction on this channel. Like, what do you honestly do there? Don't even get me started on Pokopia. I was hoping that Pokopia would be like a new break for the channel because Pokemon is massive. I'm thinking in terms of like potential viewers. Pokemon is huge. It's the biggest franchise in the world. And so I thought maybe, just maybe, this could be a new game, a new experience for my viewers. But if the people who have subscribed for Breath of the Wild don't want to watch Pokopia, guess what? We have videos that I've done back in March that haven't even cracked 10,000 views. I cannot stress how bitterly disappointing it was to have a new series and a new game that I wanted to play so badly, do so badly. Like, man. And the frustrating thing is there is like a core group of subscribers who love to watch all the new stuff. I always get comments from like 1 or 2 people on streams and on videos saying, when are you gonna do another Pokopia video? But when you look at the views, man, how can I? If I'm working 4 times as hard to bring back not even half the reward, then like, what's even the point? Tomodachi Life surprisingly did pretty well considering everything else this year that didn't do well, but ultimately, yeah, you can see towards the end that views did start to fizzle out because at the end of the day, people get bored and they move on. What surprisingly has done well this past year was Thomas and Friends Wonders of Sodor. First video was kind of exploring it, second one was getting a speed world record, and then the third video was trying to break the game and make the longest trucks possible. It was very funny, but also at the end of the day, there was only a limited amount of stuff I could do in this game. But surprisingly, this did really, really well, and it didn't do really well until like a month afterwards when, surprise, surprise, it just managed to catch a new audience. However, for the majority of the stuff that I've posted in the past 2 years, that hasn't happened. So I've been racking my brain for the past week just thinking about how are we going to fix this? How are we going to get this channel, which is seemingly at ends with itself? You've got the core viewers who are happy to move on and watch whatever. And then you've got the bulk of people who have either moved on, grown up, or just want the one game. What do you do? I was very, very close to starting a new channel and seeing where that would go, but ultimately I think I want to keep everything here on this one channel and give the other stuff one more crack, but I'm gonna give it the best crack possible. When it comes to creators pivoting and when it comes to people trying new things, I'm thinking, how do people and creators do that in a way that gives it the best shot of success? And I have two creators that come to mind when it comes to this kind of stuff. Have you heard of the guy King of Skill? This guy does like crazy Smash Brothers montages. They're amazing. However, over the past couple years, they've started to move on to more other games. Their subscriber base seems to take that stuff really well. I also look at another creator called Choctopus. I'm not actually sure what they're known for, but what they do is they do Let's Plays of videos and they also just pop off. And I'm wondering why. The thing that I think they do really well is the length of videos. YouTube really loves watch time. The longer you are on this platform, the happier they are because the more ads they can serve you, and so then your video gets boosted more because people are watching longer and so people are more entertained. And so instead of the small bite-sized videos that are episodic and so you kind of have to wait for the next episode, and then by the time the series is done, 5 months has gone by, that doesn't really help the people who want to watch something now. And so because I've been here for so long, luckily for me, my back catalogue of games is astounding. What if, perchance, I was able to get my back catalogue of games that supposedly haven't done very well and just repackage them in a way that is more palatable to the audience? Let's say, for example, instead of 21 Donkey Kong Bonanza episodes, it's just one movie. Ultimately, if people want to watch the full game of Donkey Kong Bonanza, maybe I should be in the position where I can offer that to them, where they don't have to click away. This is kind of my solution for now, in terms of all the other stuff on my channel. I don't know if it's going to work well, but I want to give it a chance to succeed, and so I'm going to do that. Why stop at Donkey Kong Bonanza? We've got a full Mario Brothers Wonder playthrough with JP that we could turn into a movie. What about other Zelda games? What about Wind Waker, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask? Maybe not Twilight Princess. So here's my plan over the next who knows how long. I'm going to try and repurpose the stuff that hasn't done well on this channel in a way that can potentially do better. But also knowing that this is my livelihood. Yes, I am going to return to Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. What's the procedure, everyone?
Even though it may seem like I have done everything in Breath of the Wild, and there is still a lot to do in Tears of the Kingdom, I'll give that game that. I still think I can find ways to make it entertaining for you. Let's take the previous video for example. Even though we were doing basically nothing, I managed to frame it in a way that was fun and engaging for all of us. I can do it again. You want another Breath of the Wild randomizer series? Pfft, sure, why not? I can have a chat with Wakatiri, we can think of more mods to do. Sure. When I think about it in the grand scheme of things, ultimately, if I had the choice of this channel dying and I'd have to get a real job, or I play Breath of the Wild again, what do you think I'm gonna pick? I'm gonna pick Breath of the Wild. And so, here's where I need your help. If you are a subscriber of this channel and you love Breath of the Wild, I need you to turn on that notification bell, and when you get Breath of the Wild content, I need you to watch it. Help me help you, give you more Breath of the Wild content. If you have suggestions on Breath of the Wild content, let me know below, because mentally, I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel here. If at any point in time I'm seeing this and it's not working, then we'll change it up and we'll try again. Because that's the beauty of YouTube. You can fail and you can fail and you can fail until you succeed. This channel is going to have a focus on The Legend of Zelda. When it comes to new games coming out on this channel, you can watch it on mr-agame live. If you're one of the die-hard fans of this channel who will watch anything, then I'll see you on stream and you can hang out with me and we can chat and we can have lots and lots of fun. But when it comes to videos on this channel, we're gonna do Breath of the Wild. I understand there will probably be a few disappointed subscribers because they want something new, and also at the same time, I know there will be a lot of subscribers who are overjoyed with jubilation that they get to experience Breath of the Wild with mr-agame again. I'm going to do my absolute best to make sure this channel goes for as long as it can, and if for this season, it means I have to go back to Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom for who knows how long, so be it. Remember to bring your A game.